Hello, and in this part 2 speaking video, I'm going to describe a beautiful, handsome person. Describe a person you have seen who is beautiful or handsome. You should say who he or she is, when and where you met this person, what he or she does, and explain why you think this person is beautiful or handsome. I find this a very strange question for IELTS, as it's putting a lot of emphasis on beauty, which is not something we should really be doing. However, I have chosen a person who I feel that many of you will know. I'm not saying this is the person who I think is the most beautiful in the whole world, but I've tried to pick a person who I think you will be familiar with. You don't have to use this person, you can use the language to talk about somebody else. I've decided to talk about a person who is regarded as one of the most handsome men in the world, and that is David Beckham. Despite being in his 40s now, he has aged very well and is still viewed as one of the most beautiful men in the world. David Beckham is a retired footballer who used to play for Manchester United, Real Madrid and AC Milan, to name but a few. He has stopped playing now, but has retained his sporty physique and looks very fit for a man of his age. I can't recall precisely when I saw him for the first time, but it was when he was playing for Manchester United. At that time he had many different hairstyles. However, whatever he does to his hair, he still looks amazing. He is married to Victoria Beckham, who is a successful fashion designer, so she has probably had a strong influence on his style. He is well known throughout the world as being a fashion and style icon. In fact, I believe he is the person who got men more interested in fashion and beauty through his clothing line for H&M and beauty products. They say that beauty is only skin deep, and this is true. Yet David Beckham is someone who is beautiful inside and out. He does a significant amount of charity work for organisations such as UNICEF, and I feel that this contributes to making him more attractive. I have also heard that everyone who meets him says that he is charming, charismatic and warm-hearted, so these are all factors that make him a beautiful person. Although he is middle-aged now and has a few wrinkles on his face, he has the brightest and biggest smile, and he is still a very striking man. Many lose their looks as they get older, but Beckham is maturing very well, and even though he has lost his youthful good looks, he is still one of the most attractive men in the world. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the language used in this answer. First of all, you might have noticed I called him beautiful and handsome. Nowadays, in the UK, we don't really mind if we refer to men as beautiful or pretty, and we can also refer to women as handsome as well. We've stopped being so gender specific in our use of these adjectives. So you can talk about David Beckham being beautiful and being attractive. So I've decided to talk about, you need to decide how you are going to start your part 2 answer, so make sure you have that ready. A person who is regarded as, so he's viewed as, he's considered as. Despite being, try to introduce despite or in spite of, followed by an ing verb. You can use it in writing and speaking, and it just adds some more complexity to your grammar. And when you don't know somebody's age and it's much better to be non-specific, we can say in his 40s, in his 50s, in his 60s, etc. There is a verb to age, and it means to grow older. He has aged very well. He's viewed as, he's regarded as, he's considered as. So whoever you are talking about, these are useful phrases for your answer. Retired, so he no longer works as a footballer. he used to play for. Try to get used to in any part 2 topic if possible. And here I have a list, and when we want to say these are just a few of the teams, not all of them, we have this phrase, to name but a few. And it means these are just a few of the football clubs he has played for. There are others. He has retained his sporty physique. Retained means kept, maintained, and you talk about somebody's physical shape as their physique, and you can say if they're quite sporty and fit, they have a sporty physique. Remember, instead of saying I don't know, I can't recall precisely. When he was playing for, so we have some good past continuous in there. A fashion designer is a person who designs clothes. Style is the way a person dresses. And he is a style icon. An icon is a very famous person, or it can be a very famous building. I use it in the building topic, an iconic building. So he's a style icon. People look to him because he's famous for what he wears, his hairstyle, etc. And when you want to reinforce something, and you can use this in writing as well, in fact, so I'm saying, actually, I believe he is the person who got men more interested in fashion and beauty. So I'm reinforcing it. In fact, you can also say in actual fact. Here we have an idiomatic expression, beauty is only skin deep. And what that means is beauty is only on the surface and there is more to a person than just beauty. So it is a useful phrase for this topic. Beauty is only skin deep. But yet David Beckham is someone who is beautiful inside and out. So we're saying he's a nice person on the inside as well as being beautiful on the outside. So we can say beautiful inside and out. And then some adjectives to describe him: charming, charismatic, warm-hearted, just to get a bit more complex language in there. Someone who's charismatic has quite a nice personality, and when you speak to them, you're attracted to them because they have charisma, they have charm. So very useful for talking about people. Charming, charismatic, warm-hearted. Middle-aged, so a person who is in their 40s, 50s, we describe as middle-aged. Wrinkles are the lines on your face. We even call the lines around your eyes laughter lines. So you could say he has wrinkles on his face, but these are only laughter lines and these add to his beauty. A very striking man, somebody who is striking. When you see them, you want to look at them. They turn your head. They're a head turner. So you look at them, they attract your attention. We talk about people losing their looks, and I've mentioned this a few times. We don't need to say many people, we can just say many. Many lose their looks, and this means somebody who is attractive when they're young, but as they get older, they become less attractive. But Beckham is maturing. We talk about people maturing, wine maturing, cheese maturing, and it means getting better, getting richer in terms of their beauty and their taste. So he's maturing very well. Remember not to keep using although over and over again. You can use even though as an alternative. And when somebody, even if they're older, we can talk about their youthful good looks. But I'm saying he's lost his youthful good looks because he now has a beard and he doesn't look as young as he used to. But you might be talking about a person who has aged very well and still looks very young. So you can refer to their youthful good looks. Hope you found this topic useful. Try to avoid simple language like nice and beautiful all the time. Think about other words like striking, stunningly beautiful, gorgeous, attractive. and try to include things like beauty is only skin deep, beautiful inside and out, lose their looks, sporty physique. There is lots of language in this topic that will hopefully help you, whoever you're going to talk about. Thanks for watching.